The Democratic Republic of Congo, a land of immense beauty, a land scarred by conflict. The latest tragedy unfolded on January 26, 2025. 9 South African peacekeepers, part of a UN mission, lay dead. Their mission to bring peace to the war-torn region. Their lives cut short by the M23 rebels, a ruthless force terrorizing Eastern Congo. The rebels edge closer to Goma, a strategic city. Fear grips its inhabitants. The peacekeepers died trying to hold the line, a stark reminder of the cost of peace in a region that has seen too much war. The South African peacekeepers were part of a larger UN peacekeeping force in DRC. Their deaths highlight the escalating violence in the region. The situation is dire. The M23, once dormant, has resurged with a vengeance. Their advance has been swift and brutal. The Congolese army, ill-equipped and demoralized, struggles to hold them back. Hope seems to be dwindling. The international community watches with bated breath. Will this be the spark that ignites a wider conflict? The DRC, a nation rich in resources, has long been a pawn in a geopolitical chess game. Neighboring countries, seeking to exploit its wealth, fuel the flames of conflict. The stakes are high, the lives of millions hang in the balance. The deaths of the South African peacekeepers are a tragedy. They are a reminder of the human cost of war. A reminder that peace is fragile and must be fought for. Will the world stand by and watch as the DRC descends further into chaos? Or will it finally act to end the cycle of violence? To understand the M23, we must journey back to 1994. Rwanda, a small nation scarred by genocide. Hutu extremists fueled by hate slaughtered nearly 1 million Tutsis. The world watched in horror. The perpetrators fled across the border into DRC, then called Zaire. Among them, the seeds of the M23 were sown. They regrouped, rearmed, and continued their campaign of terror. Fast forward to 2012. The M23 emerges as a potent fighting force. They claim to protect the interests of Congolese Tutsis, alleging persecution by the Congolese government. Their rebellion plunges Eastern DRC into chaos. Towns fall, civilians flee. The world, weary of African conflicts, pays little attention. The M23, however, is not just a band of rebels. They are a proxy force, manipulated by regional powers. Rwanda, seeking to maintain influence in its mineral-rich neighbor, is accused of arming and supporting the group. Uganda, too, is implicated. The DRC, weakened by decades of conflict, is caught in a web of regional rivalries. The M23's tactics are brutal. They are known for recruiting child soldiers, forcing them into a life of violence. They rape, pillage, and terrorize civilians. Their goal is not just to control territory, but to instill fear and obedience. Their methods are abhorrent, their actions a stain on humanity. The world can no longer afford to ignore the M23. Their resurgence threatens to destabilize the entire Great Lakes region. Their actions have consequences that reach far beyond the borders of DRC. The time for action is now.